Josiah Trelawny is one of the most intriguing side figures in Red Dead Redemption 2. A man who feels like he's part of the Linde Gang, yet always slightly removed from it. He isn't an outlaw in the traditional sense, he's a con artist, a gentleman trickster, someone who relies on charm, theatrics, and misdirection instead of bullets. He arrives and disappears from the gang's camps throughout the story, drifting in and out like a magician who only shows up when he has something to gain or when his specific talents become useful. Despite his slippery nature, the gang tolerates him, because his skill with deception and information gathering makes him valuable during certain jobs. Trelawny's personality is one of Polish and fluid identity. He dresses elegantly, speaks like a man who's been everywhere, and presents himself with an air of sophistication that contrasts sharply with the rugged outlaws around him. He's a master of pretending, sometimes a businessman, sometimes a performer, sometimes just a smooth-talking traveler. The gang often jokes about how little they actually know about him, because everything he says sounds like it's delivered with a wink. Yet what's clear is that he's clever, resourceful, and remarkably calm, even in the middle of chaos. Where others panic, Trelawny smiles, adjusts his coat, and lies his way out. One of Trelawny's biggest contributions to the gang happens during the search for Sean Maguire. He's the one who tracks down information about Sean's captors and leads Arthur, Javier, and Charles to the bounty hunters. His intelligence gathering skills prove just as crucial as any gunfight, and that moment shows why Dutch keeps him around. Trelawny isn't loyal in the way Arthur or John are, but he's useful, and he knows how to earn his keep just enough to stay in Dutch's good graces. But as much as he helps, there's always the sense that Trelawny is helping, because it aligns with his interests, not because he truly believes in the gang's ideals. Another memorable moment comes in Saint Denis. Trelawny fits naturally into the city's refined, chaotic atmosphere. He guides the gang through the back rooms of the riverboat during the gambling mission, using his charm to distract guards and provide a veneer of class to what is essentially a well-dressed robbery. This is where Trelawny shines. He thrives in environments where the right words are more powerful than bullets. He's not a fighter, and the gang knows it, but they also know that sometimes a con artist is worth more than a gunslinger. As the story progresses, Trelawny becomes one of the first members to distance himself from the gang when things begin to unravel. He can sense that Dutch is slipping and that the gang's days of freedom are numbered. Trelawny isn't the type to go down with a sinking ship. He's the type who quietly leaves the dock before the boat even hits the water. His goodbye to Arthur is polite, even warm, but there's a hard truth behind it. Trelawny survives because he knows when to leave, and unlike so many others in the gang, he chooses self-preservation over loyalty. What makes Trelawny so fascinating is that he represents an idea rarely explored in the outlaw world. The idea that intelligence, charm, and adaptability can be more effective than violence,